we utilize technology on a level that hasn't been seen before. So really great stuff. In terms of what happened tonight with our fighters, it was really what's so unique and incredible about mixed martial arts is the unpredictability of it all. PFL 1, we saw a lot of major upsets. Tonight, we saw our champions, our finalists return. They returned to finish. And we had 5 finishes in 8 fights, 4 in the first round. We saw the debut of the one and only Rory MacDonald. A lot of pressure, a big target on his back for this event, but he brought it. He came in shape. He was determined. He had a great game plan, and he executed that. And all of his fans, he represented Canada. If you took a look at social media and our broadcast partner in Canada, everybody was watching Rory MacDonald. He showed up for his country. He did a great job. We're introducing, for some that may have heard, we added Marshawn Lynch to our ownership group. The PFL has the greatest ownership group in all of sports. He's our latest owner, and we rolled out Beast Mode for this event. And we're giving that award, that prestigious award, to Cesar Ferrara for his incredible performance tonight. So he truly went beast mode. He's the man, and just an unbelievable night. So, the last thing that I'll say is that we are a season format. We have a regular season, we have playoffs, and we have championships. And what the PFL has done, and a big shout out to an incredible CEO and, of course, owner Don Davis for bringing this concept of a league format to mixed martial arts. The drama is like nothing we've ever seen in the sport before. If you lose, you go home. If you win, and you advance. And tonight, our fighters brought it. Every fight matters, and we're looking forward already to PFL 3. We'll get into that a little bit more later. But we're going to see the debut of Fabricio Verdum, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever walk the planet. And, of course, the return of 2-time Olympic gold medalist Kayla Harrison. So we'll get into more of that a little bit later. And with that, I want to introduce the one and only, one of the legends of this sport, the president of fighter operations, Ray Sugar Sefo.
Good evening, everybody. I think Lauren said it all. It was an amazing night. My first thank you obviously goes to everybody that's up here, the fighters. They all brought it. And we had 5 finishes, 1 knockout. There was a lot of submissions. So guys like Ray Cooper and Rory MacDonald, you see these guys banging out, and you expect them to come and swing. And it just goes to show how much not only the game has evolved, but it doesn't matter where the fight goes. These guys could win it on the feet as well as on the ground. So congratulations to everybody tonight. It was a great night. And to all the fans that tune in, thank you so much. Nothing but love for you guys. And thank you for loving the PFL. We're here to stay. We love you. And I think we'll hand it over to the questions.
Chris DeSantiago, first question, please.
Hi, Chris from MMA Island. My question is to Rory. Your quick PFL debut was in the same fashion as your entrance into Bellator. You submitted Paul Daly by rear naked choke in your Bellator debut. Was there any deja vu to that moment in 2017?
I didn't hear much, but I think you're asking if it was like deja vu. Not really, just another fight, different guy, tall guy, and just kind of fought with what he gave me.
Mm-hmm. And my follow-up question to that is, would you like to face Ray Cooper next, or would you like to would you prefer that fight to be in the finale?
Well, to be honest, I'm ready for anything. I mean, if it's next, it's next. If it's in the finals, it's in the finals. I mean, I don't really got too much of a say as far as that goes, but I'm up for whatever. I signed up to win this tournament, so at some point, I'm sure me and Ray are going to cross paths because he's a dominant force to be reckoned with, and I'm looking forward to competing against him at some point, whenever it may be.
Next, Tanai.
May Island. Congratulations on an awesome event. A lot of great fights, a lot of good finishes. What stood out to you the most tonight? Which fight and which fighter really stood out to you?
To me?
Lauren. To
Oh,
Lauren.
to Lauren.
Let's see, Tess. So in regards to, I mean, it was an incredible night of fights. And, I think what it is that, with our format, every fight matters. I can't say that enough. And, really what we saw transpire in the cage was truly remarkable. I could tell you that I was most excited to see the return of Ray Cooper. Hawaii has a long lineage of great fighters, and I think Ray Cooper's on the top of that mountain right now. So I know the entire island was tuning in to watch him. He had a tremendous performance, a great submission. The return of Sordi was amazing. That was a back and forth battle. True warriors that didn't give up, performed for 3 rounds. And I mean, just all of our fighters, they're the best in the world. There's no doubt about it. And we saw that tonight, and we saw nothing but action, and looking forward to all of these guys returning.
Thank you and congrats again.
Adriano Albuquerque.
Yes, hi, this is Adriano from Combate in Brazil. If I may, I'd like to ask a question in Portuguese to Cesar Mutante and one to Antônio Carlos. Primeiro para o Mutante. Mutante, você pareceu muito bem no 93 quilos, né? Isso era uma mudança que você estava esperando acontecer, que era uma coisa que você já vinha, que podia fazer melhor para o seu jogo, subir de peso?
Should I respond in Portuguese or in English?
I think Ed is going to translate that question.
Cesar, you was long-awaited return for you. You looked great at 205. How do you feel tonight?
Well, I like my performance. I think go up to light heavyweight division is something that I should do early, but there's a time for everything, So I'm very happy to be here in the PFL. The way I performed tonight on my debut, so could not be better.
My second question for Antônio Carlos. Sapato, você disse que ia ver esse campeonato de uma forma muito estratégica e que você estava feliz que você era uma das últimas lutas que você podia observar. E eu queria te perguntar, quando você viu o Mutante vencendo em segundos, 37 segundos, você pensou, cara, tem que finalizar essa luta no primeiro round para continuar ali perto na classificação?
Shufe, so in a previous conversation, you said you were looking at this season in a very strategic fashion. So, and that you were enjoying the fact that you were one of the last fights of the night. That said, when you were backstage and you were watching Cesar finish his fight in 30 plus seconds, was that something that just ran through your mind? Like, I got to finish my fight as fast as possible so I can keep up with these standings?
Well, as I said before, I need to actually come there to fight, get to win. If the chance presents itself, I'm gonna try to finish the fight for sure. I was really happy for Cesar. I know him from a very long time ago, and seeing him like finishing the fight in the first round motivated me to get there and also like finish the fight in the first round.
One final question for Cesar, if I may. César, você falou que recebeu uma mensagem da sua filha, né? Você dedicou a vitória à sua filha. Queria que se você pudesse falar um pouco sobre qual foi essa mensagem, o que foi dito entre vocês.
One last question for Cesar. Cesar, you said that you got a message from your daughter, and that you dedicated this fight and this win to her. Was wondering if you could share what that message from her said.
Oh yeah, my daughter Yara, she's 13 years old. She's a very special kid, and she texted me yesterday saying, "Dad, I know you there because you love to. No matter what happened tomorrow, win or lose, you're still gonna be a champion. We still love you. You know, go out there and have fun and be loose and try new things. That's what life is about. You know, live your moment. It was a very strong message and make me very motivated for this fight.
Thank you so much, guys.
Next question, Breeze. Breeze, you there?
Yeah, sorry. This is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. My question is for Cooper. I wanted to ask you, how does a matchup between you and Rory look in your eyes, and how do you feel about facing him?
Feel like it'll be a good fight. I can come at him just like how I come at everybody. I really don't. Doesn't matter who's in front of me. I'm coming at him the same way. Come at everybody. Goes to the ground, goes to the ground. Keep it standing, just keep it standing. I can fight anywhere, and I can't wait to compete against him.
Awesome. And just Rory, same thing. How does a matchup for you look like between Cooper and you?
Oh, Ray, he always brings it, and I've fought guys like that, like Robbie. There's some guys that just they're natural born fighters, and I expect that same grit, that same hard, intense fight out of a guy like Ray. So those are always action-packed fights. So I got a lot of respect for Ray. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm sure we're gonna cross paths this season at some point.
Thank you, guys.
Ellie.
Good afternoon. My name is Ellie Davis. My question is for Ray. What are your thoughts on how the events played out tonight?
Couldn't have asked for a better night. We had 8 fights. Unfortunately, we lost 2, but I think all the guys that are sitting up here made up for the 2 fights that we lost. We had 5 finishes, and 4 of those were in the first round, and the second one was Martin Hamlet was the second round finish, but it was early. So yeah, no, couldn't have asked for a better night. I think everybody showed up and put on a great show.
Thank you.
Aldrich.
Hello, this is Aldrich, one from the Fight Dialogue. My question is for Shoeface. Congrats on your win tonight. Going into this fight against Tom Lawlor, another guy who's a grappler as well. When it got to the ground, did you feel like you had the advantage over him in that department?
Yes, bro. I did that all my life, since I was 15. I competed against the best grapplers in the world. I was a world champion also. So definitely, when I'm in the ground, it's where I really feel comfortable, and I could see the opportunity, and I just I couldn't leave it,
Carlos.
My question is for Antonio Carlos Jr. Antonio, first off, congratulations on your debut in PFL. You mentioned before, probably a couple days ago, that the UFC cares more about trash talk than performance. Can you elaborate on what you meant by that?
I actually said there is a lot of entertainment, behind that. Fight is entertainment, but it's also a sport. I know this trash talking and stuff. It sells a lot of sells the fight. It's pretty good. The people love it, but it's not. It's not my type. I'm not this kind of guy. So that's what I said. Like PFL fits more. I fits more in the PFL because I like to be nice with everybody. I like people. I like meet new people and stuff. So, and I know these like Conor McGregor era, everybody's trying to be like him because he made a lot of money, and UFC like that, but it's not my style. That's what I said, and I'm really happy to be in a organization that gives the value for the athletes. I feel really happy for that.
Thank you.
Zach.
Thank you. Zachary Grady, Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting and USA Today. My question is for Loren Mack. You had mentioned next week we have the debuts of Verdum and Harrison. What else can we expect from PFL 3?
Well, I mean, always with the PFL, I think you can expect, again, the greatest fighters in the world competing on the biggest stage in mixed martial arts. And the reason being is because of our format. So every fight counts. When the fighters enter the cage, they're looking for that finish. They want to get those points. They want to advance. And, all of our events, they're action packed. I mean, PFL 1 was incredible, a night of upsets. I think what we saw tonight was a truly remarkable set of athletes, submission attempts and submission victories that we haven't really seen much of in mixed martial arts. And I would say that, Kayla Harrison has a lot of excitement and hype going into PFL 3, two-time Olympic gold champion. She's been dominant. But we saw what happened in PFL 1. Every one of our fighters brings it. So if there's a weakness, it's going to be exposed. And I would also say in regards to Verdum, again, he's one of the greatest heavyweights to ever walk the planet. All of our fans want to see heavyweights, and particularly Verdum. So a lot of excitement coming PFL 3, and I know the world's looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Conan?
Hi, this is Conan of Conan Daily. My question is for Emiliano Sordi. I wonder if you are satisfied with your unanimous decision victory tonight, or do you feel bad that you were not able to finish Chris Camozzi tonight?
He said if you were
¿Estabas satisfecho con tu pelea hoy contra Chris Camozzi?
La verdad que no. La verdad que no me sentí bien. Puedo decir que hasta me da vergüenza la forma que peleé, pero bueno, sé que voy a volver mejor para la próxima pelea y voy a dar la sorpresa.
I'm not satisfied. I'm actually ashamed of my performance, and I'm going to come back stronger and get a victory next time.
All right, thank you.
Just to add to that, the first thing he said thank you. I was just saying, just to add to that, the first thing Sordi said to me when he walked out the cage was that I'm really sorry, so I could see it on his face that he wasn't satisfied with his performance. That being said, look out for the second round.
Next question, Ronald.
This is Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. My question is for Antonio. You're just coming off 3 previous losses, and after today, you came up with a very great submission win. How were you able to not think about your previous performances and just concentrate on the moment of tonight?
Yeah, my last 3 fights was like pretty close fights, and 3 losses. I was feeling really bad about that, but that's what you need to do. There is a lot of mental game on this sport. You need to be concentrated. You need to be present, in the moment. So I didn't want to think about what happened, in the past. I just want to think in the future. I think this is the fresh start. I'm really happy to be here in the PFL. Really happy with my performance. I trained so hard for this fight, and I feel I dominate the fight. That's what I want. I want to feel back. I want to feel complete, and everything worked out for me today. It's a new moment, as I said. Really happy.
Thank you.
Next question, Michael Morales.
Gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. First of all, congratulations on a great event tonight. My first question is for Rory. You've been on multiple companies before, like Bellator and UFC, but you decided to sign with PFL. So what's different from PFL, and why did you decide to make it your home?
Well, I became a free agent after my time at Bellator, and we went out looking for my next place to fight, and And obviously, my biggest motivation was, getting the best financial contract. And PFL really stepped up and gave me a fantastic offer. So I'm very happy to be here. And I'm also really impressed with the format. I think it's good for me to be more active. I've had some slumps in my career where I fight once a year and long layoffs, and I don't think that's healthy for someone like me. I need to be more consistent. I'm going to be 32 years old soon, and there's still a lot of things that I want to accomplish in this sport. And the only way to do that is to get in there and make it happen, fight.
My second question is for Sordi. I will ask it in Spanish if I'm allowed to. Emiliano, ¿qué se siente ser un latinoamericano hispanohablante teniendo la oportunidad de representar a toda América Latina en PFL?
Okay. So the question was, Emiliano Sordi, how does it feel to be a Latin American fighter fighting, the only Latin American fighter fighting for the organization?
La verdad que me da orgullo ser el único habla hispana en el evento y eso me impulsa a ponerle más garra todavía a todas las peleas para dejar bien parado al público latino.
I'm very proud to be the only Latin American fighter on the roster, and it adds extra motivation for me to perform out there inside the cage.
My last question will be for Ray. As a fellow, as a Latin American, what strategies does PFL has in mind in order to attract a bigger Spanish-speaking audience?
Who was the question for?
Ray, sorry.
I barely heard the question either.
Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes, please repeat it.
Of course, I will. Ray, regarding the Latin American market, what strategies does PFL have in mind in order to attract a bigger Spanish-speaking audience?
I'm going to hand that over to Loren because he's dealing with a few of those.
Well, I'll tell you, right now that, again, PFL, we're broadcasting 160 countries around the world. We just had historic deals in Brazil, Argentina. We're also aired on ESPN Deportes, and we have some other tremendous announcements for Central and South America in the very near future. I could tell you that the demand for the PFL is as high as it's ever been. We have the best production, as everybody saw with their own eyes. The consistency of our format, a mainstream audience can understand it, and we're continuing to grow the sport, and that's appealing to broadcasters everywhere we go. So it's not a matter of if, but when we're going to continue to expand. So I would say within the next few weeks, we have some tremendous announcements to further our reach in South America and other parts of Central America.
Perfect. Thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you.
Last question, Zach.
Yes, my question is for Martin Hamlet. That was a very unique variation of the choke that you used tonight to secure your victory. Just wondering, how much did you concentrate on submissions during your camp leading into the fight?
No, I didn't concentrate and focus so much on the submission. I have all the time thinking about I have to continue to be better in the stand-up, and I hope really that I can show my stand-up today. I didn't get the chance. Dan Spahn was moving forward, won't keep the distance. So yeah, I stick to the basic, taking down and choking out. Yeah.
Just to follow up on that quickly, is that a choke that you have used often before?
I like arm triangles. I have a couple of them in the trainings, yes. Not from guard, but yeah, it will grow on me, and hopefully I can pull off that again.
Just to add to that, it was I was just saying to Kenny Florin that particular choke, we rarely see that being applied from the guard, but yet we had not only Martin Hamlin do it tonight, but also Ray Cooper did it tonight. So, you know, for a choke that we barely see, we actually saw two tonight. So it was good. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you once again. And if there's any other questions after the fact, we'll be happy to answer them. We return May 6th, ESPN Plus, ESPN2. You can look forward to, again, the return of Kayla Harrison, the debut of Fabricio Verdum. We have our last 2018 winner, Ali Isaev, will also be returning. A lot of hype around Muhammad Usman and so many others. So we look forward to seeing you May 6th, ESPN Plus, ESPN2. Thank you all very much.